Hello to all my lovely viewers. Today, as you can tell, it's a different world. I didn't die anyway specific in my last world, other than the glitch death, which is, in the end of the day, the reason I decided to start over. Because, well, technically I still died, so I decided just to stop that world and start a new one. So in this world, it's going to be a little different. I'm going to try very hard to build better, to just generally be better when it comes to playing, and I think I have a lot of fun things in store for whoever's watching. So, to start things off, I will be having other people on the game, and I'll try to have as many as I can. But for now, all I have is my dad. So one thing to note about my dad is he's not that good of a player. And so my goal for as long as he's on is to actually help him survive, because obviously Minecraft Hardcore, a not so skilled player, is not exactly a good mix. So that is going to be my current goal. He is not on right now, that's why I'm trying to get all this done. And for one time in my life, it sounds like I have a cave nearby. Because if you guys were watching my last videos, then you know that I've had horrible luck with caves. So I'm going to keep mining, get all this done, and I hope you guys really do enjoy watching these videos. Let me just tell you, I love how much iron there is on the surface on mountains. Look at this. I've spent a couple minutes mining, and I've gotten that much, so I'm going to keep mining this, and also just gathering materials. So, things are going pretty good. I discovered there is indeed a cave directly under spawn. As long as no one spawns in the cave, we're fine. I'll get to lighting that up as soon as possible. I am getting full iron pretty much right off the bat, which is something that I am extremely happy about, considering that, if you guys remember last time, I didn't get full iron until the second video, which is extremely unfortunate considering I went pretty much a week of playing Minecraft without any armor, which was risky to say the least. But since we have luckily enough found a beautiful mountain and indeed spawned on one, I am going to be harvesting iron for a while. It looks like I'm going to have enough iron for armor for both me and my dad, who's going to be playing. And so this is incredible. I do have to be wary of all the mobs down there though, because there are an extraordinary amount of mobs down there, and I've nearly had a near miss. That sounds really weird, but you get the picture. So I'm going to continue surface mining for a bit. Okay, so something very interesting just happened. My dad literally just logged on, and I don't know what happened, but as soon as his name popped up, he died. I don't think he realized he died, because he's just treating it like he would when he normally spawns in. I honestly don't know what to think. He literally just blew up because of a creeper, and then he just continued playing as if he didn't die. I honestly don't know what to do about this. I kind of just put him in a cobblestone box. I don't think he knows. Oh, he's out. I don't think he knows what's happening. I told him it was a hardcore world and I explained the rules. My mind's blown. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm debating on whether or not I should just keep him in here. I mean, he's not much of a gain or loss either way. So I'm gonna keep him in here just because he is not the best player and it wasn't his fault. When he spawned in, it was already nighttime, and so he was standing still for like half a second or so and just insta-died. Well, I've been spending this time gathering iron and coal and other stuff like that, and now I hate killing these guys because I always find them when I don't need them. Oh wait, they're sealed off, I just realized. Okay, let these guys handle themselves. So, like I said, I've been gathering coal, iron, stuff like that. I've also gotten a lot of calcite because I'm going to need it for the... As you can see, I have more iron than I'll ever need, and I also made my dad a spare set of armor. So let me give this to him real quick. I don't think he realizes he has armor. Okay, not off to a great start, but I'm determined to keep him alive. even though I technically already failed. But other than that, it's been great. The seed's great, everything seems to be going smoothly. So I'm going to keep going at this. I actually have a starter base design envisioned. I am not going to build it on this mountain. I'm going to build it in that little crevice right there. It's going to be between those mountains, because I think that's just the best place for a starter base. It is going to need a lot of calcite, which is kind of ironic because I spent weeks mining calcite for my last base, and I only had to mine for a little bit to get pretty much as much. I should have been looking on the top of the caves, but, you know. So I already have the perfect design for this next starter base. I just need to get materials for it. Hi there. Okay. You may be wondering what this little ring is. Well, it may not look like it yet, but this is what's gonna be my starter base. So basically, I'm gonna be using blocks like calcite at the bottom, and I'm gonna slowly work my way up to deep slate as far as colors go. So you might be getting the point here, like there's going to be sort of a gradient going on. I am not going to be doing actual gradient because I will be doing it with a bit more, I guess, sharper edges, so it just looks different, because I have worked with gradients before, and they're just, I mean, they look good, but it's not the look I'm going for right now. So I may have grossly underestimated how much materials I'm going to be needing for this project, but in the end, I think it will be a great starter base. Alright, this is what my building skills have cooked up. So as you can see, it's just a giant tower where I've got a sort of sharp gradient going from calcite all the way up to deep slate, which I think looks excellent. At the bottom floor, I haven't really finished the bottom floor, but as we go up, you can see it's just multiple floors, each one representing a different part of the gradient, fading into another part. And then finally we have the top floor, which is the part with the windows. And I personally think this looks amazing. I mean, look at the view from here. We're up, I think, about 200 blocks. And obviously a fall from up here would kill me. So with that being said, I am going to start with the interior. And I think for the interior, I'm going to start with just a basic crafting room. So that concludes this room. As you can see, there's a little section here which will eventually hold blast furnace, but I don't have enough cobblestone or iron for that at this moment, but it's looking pretty good. I mean, I got the stone cutter, I got the workbench, and I got a crafting table, and then some furnaces up the walls, and this is, right now, is just generally a very useful room. So going down, this will be the enchantment room, I think. So I'm thinking barrel walls all along here. They'll look nice, but I'm sure you guys are tired of watching me build by now, so I'm just gonna barrels all empty and some chests for valuables. Other than that, it's pretty much just your average storage room. Yeah, and I actually did get a bit more work done, as you can tell by the diamond pickaxe. I went mining earlier and got a pretty fair amount of diamonds and some other materials for stuff like curing villagers. I also constructed myself a portal, which is extremely ugly. I don't even want to show you it. But I have been making very good progress, as you can see by this chest here with all these valuables. I do have enough obsidian for an enchanter, but sadly I don't have a book or any materials for it, which is kind of silly. So the next thing I'm going to do is probably get enough obsidian for the enchanter and actually find another fortress, because it took me forever last time and I don't want to repeat the same error. I was thinking what I've been wanting to do, just like the next step, I guess, for the starter base episode, and I think that like a nice little fun thing to do aside from building it would be to go find a pillager outpost, because it's a nice, like, early game structure that isn't too much of a threat. So I'm gonna go looking for one, and hopefully I find one, maybe get a couple of lays.
One eternity later.
There it is. I don't know if you could see it, well, I mean, obviously you could see it in distance, but, like, there's the pillager outpost that I'm gonna raid. I'm a little nervous about this, because, well, I saw it when I was kind of heading over here. But there's a village, like, literally, like, I don't know if you could see that wood, but there's a village literally right behind it. I don't even know if that's possible or if it should happen. But that's a raid waiting to happen, like. I'm not even sure if I should attempt to start one. I mean, like, what do I do at this point? So yeah. Oh, bro, it's been like 2 seconds and I'm getting... It's been like 2 seconds and I'm getting absolutely destroyed. Holy. Okay, that did not go as planned. But I did get a crossbow, which literally has no health. But it's better than nothing. So here we go. He's free. Oh, that's not good. Okay, brand new crossbow. I'll take that. Some dark oak wood. I actually found a dark oak forest nearby. Okay, not the best haul. I was hoping for something a bit better. But let's see what I could do. I am also looking for an allay cage, because that's the whole reason I came here. And I don't think there's one, which is a disappointment to say the least. It's the goal. Oh. Guess not. Should I stay here and try to get the totems? I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of here. The village is fine. I decided to stay for the raid after all, and I accidentally hit the golem. You thought. But they are dropping a lot of emeralds and new armor, which is something I like. Luckily, the golem is trapped. I should be fine to complete this raid, though. Yeah, I'm taking this brief intermission to collect some food, because the only pillager is trapped up there, and there's nothing up there to kill him. So I'm just gonna grab some food. This is him. He's about to go down. He went down to his own arrow. Okay. That was it? How? Well, I kind of want to start another raid because I literally got no totems. I'm going to take advantage of my hero of the village and just start trading. See if I could find any nice trades. I have plenty of emeralds. There. That's all I could have gotten that just by stealing from them. That was a bit of a fail. I was expecting to get totems, but, well, I didn't. To tell you the truth, that whole pillager thing wasn't actually like me wanting to get a totem. It's kind of just been me procrastinating. This is what I've been avoiding. I know I have to find another fortress at some point, but like, it's just something I don't want to do, you know? And so, I guess I'll start looking for one. Since this spawn is kind of weird, the only way I know how to do it is just to kind of dig until I find one, so I'm gonna work on that. I died. I got overwhelmed in the nether fortress that I found, and ended up going down to a wither skeleton, which frankly was sad. So I decided, because I could just start this world over like I typically would, I actually had to do that earlier, to a different world. But I decided rather than to start, like just destroying this world, because I didn't want to, because there are other players on the same world, and they haven't died yet, and they're just getting started. They're building their own stuff. Things are going good for them, and it would be frankly rude just to destroy the world. And since this is not a server, it's not like I cannot just not play in it. So what I'm deciding to do is starting over. I'm just gonna start from scratch. Nothing on me. All my loot stays over there at the Simpson Tower, and yeah, guess I'm just gonna have to start from scratch, which, I mean, I'm not too upset about it. It's a really good seed. Of course, it's missing a lot of materials and stuff, but yeah. So that's a shame. I'm actually not gonna end off here, because I'm gonna build me a new house, some new farms. It's gonna be a nice. He's our good friend, Lord of the Mountain. He was good to us. He was too confident in his mediocre skills, and so he died because of it. And this is grave, right behind, right behind Bart Simpson. Uh, well, anyways, if you're wondering who I am, I'm not Lord of the Mountain. Ha! I'm Lord of the Swamp now. See, I got like the hat. Yeah, you get it. Well, anyways, this whole time I've been basically mining my mountain that I've been attempting to preserve. Well, my old mountain, because I'm not Lord of the Mountain anymore. I'm Lord of the Swamp. Ha! Or I think it's King of the Swamp, or Ruler of the Swamp. One of those, you know. Well, hopefully I don't die too much more. I already have the base planned out. It's gonna look pretty good, and I actually have room for improvement on it. Luckily, since this is an extreme hills, I am getting iron with very little problem. So I'll be pretty much back to where I started, minus the diamonds and the leather and the pickaxes and the obsidian, but you know, I'll have the basics. So I'm gonna keep cracking on with this, and then I will see you afterwards. You may be able to tell by the fact that I'm wearing armor, but it's been some time. Actually, it's been like 30 minutes to an hour, and I've pretty much got back to where I was, minus some of the stuff I had to grind out for, like diamonds and deep slate. But I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I made a small trip to the deep caves, got myself a gold ingot, and a bunch of moss and azalea and stuff. So my plan is to first terraform this area into a flat area, and then I'm gonna build a wagon on it. And the wagon's gonna be a starter base, but also a place where I could sell stuff on. Sell stuff to pretty much the only other player online. So I'm gonna terraform this in 1, 2, 3. Alright, I finished terraforming and it is looking pretty good. I mean, it's a nice flat surface for me to start, and I already know what kind of build I want to put up here, so that shortens it like a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build like a wagon up here. So I'll start, I guess I could start by showing you the wheels. Alright, so those are the wheels. So now the actual cart is going to go up here. So this is the finished caravan. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I've got some nice windows. I incorporated several different wood types. And if you notice, I stayed true to the mire, I guess. And I'm using only, well, I used a lot of greens and stuff like that. Now don't worry, this isn't the end of the base. Actually, it's just the beginning. I'm going to make an attachment to the base that's going to be probably a little shop, so I could sell stuff to pretty much the only other person that's here. So that's what I'm going to work on next. So I'm just gonna, so I just finished up the inside of the, I'm thinking of calling it the Meyer Mobile. So I just, like, it's pretty simple. We got some barrels that are tied down. They're all sorted. We got greens, stone, miscellaneous, wood, and valuables. I couldn't really find a place to put my bed or the crafting table, so they kind of just stayed there. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. I am going to build a separate cart in the back that'll probably be like holding barrels, which will be an extended version of the storage, and then a small shop at the end. But I think it's coming out great, so I'm gonna start working on that now.
One eternity later.
I finally finished it. Obviously, when it started off, it was just this cart, and as you can see, some time passed because the vines have been growing like crazy. I'll give the whole tour real quick. So this is the first cart. It has storage and just all the essentials for a just house, I guess, a starter base. If we move on, we have the enchantment room and storage. This whole wall is going to be utilized as storage. As you can see, it's all barrels, and eventually these are going to be bookshelves. and that way, like, I can enchant. Unfortunately, it is four wide, so I can't really make the enchantment table centered, but I'll make it. This one right here is the shop cart, I guess you could say. So it's pretty much a pile of wool being dragged along attached to the other carts. I'm just selling 16 wool for a diamond, which is extremely overpriced, except it's really hard to get wool since I don't have any farm in particular. This one isn't finished yet. I have to wait for the grass to spread onto this block before I can finish it. This is going to be where I keep my sheep, and I'm going to put like a roof on it, and yeah, it'll look good. To top it all off, I used Mr. Super Stinko's portal and got me 6 blaze rods. So my plan for this is, of course, just to use my gold, which I have in here, and craft me a lot of golden apples. And then obviously from there on, I simply just cure. So this is the finished sheep cart for the Marshmobile, and it's looking pretty good, except they've eaten all but 1 square of glass. And also, for some reason, their shadows are just floating. I'm not sure why that is, but it's filled to the brim with sheep. Don't really need to shear them, but like they're kind of there just to appear. And as you saw, there's my wool shop, which they're supplying for. But before I end off today's video, something I want to show you is what my dad has been up to. I mean, oh my, it's looking pretty good actually. I'm not really sure what it's gonna be as of right now. I think it's just a house. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but it's, if I can get over this rocket to show you, it's really cool. Looks really good. So I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the inside because I don't think that's interrupting him anyway. I don't think. I guess this is just for how the, is there a door on this? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I can see that one. It's mostly built for aesthetic. So here's his bedroom, I think. Yeah, and then he has some nice windows. It's all properly lit. This is nice, a nice little build. Wow, this is a really cool build. Really. Let's just pretend I stuck that. Well, that's all for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, well, just keep watching, I guess. Till the next time. This is... Oh, that was horrible. Can I have a do-over? Can I do this over?